Welcome back to the Trust Issues Podcast. If you are listening to this episode, it means that you are taking the first step in the process of creating an incredible digital offer and you're ready to get started on the right foot. Setting yourself up for success from day one can make all the difference when you go to launch your actual offer. So, I've created a starter kit to help you with every single step by step guide that you need in order to make this a reality. I've turned low ticket digital offers in my own business into over $10,000, $20,000 per month in additional revenue for my brand. I want to show you exactly how you can start creating your own digital offer by putting your current skill set, your experience, your background, your education into a small low ticket offer. The cool thing about digital products is that once you've already created it, it's done. And then selling it can turn into a very passive thing for you and your business. That's where we talk about passive income. The idea that you put your effort in to package a product, put it together, set up the system to automate the sale of it, and then watch the passive income roll in. This is not an idea or a pipe dream. This is real, and it's something that I've taught over 900 students how to do themselves. I want to walk you through my starter kit so you know exactly where to start and you know how to make this a reality for yourself. Now, if you just want to cut the line and go ahead and grab my starter kit because you're ready to get started today, I'll put a link for you inside of the show notes so that you can go ahead and grab it and get started. But we'll dive into and break down what is in the starter kit and really what you need to know in order to create a profitable digital product. So, what exactly is a digital product? A digital product could be a PDF download, an ebook, a recorded masterclass, even a live masterclass, a template, a checklist, something that your audience can download and access relatively quickly and simply in order to get access to information that they need from you to have a transformation themselves. We could also call this the minimum viable offer, which is essentially how you help someone with the very first step of what it is that you do. Whether you work in the fitness industry, you're a graphic designer, you're a photographer. I'll give you some examples of digital products that my students have created, but this is the first step in their journey. I'll give you a few now. The first example is one of my students is a holistic practitioner, and she specifically helps her students or her clients with their acne problems. She helps them get to the root cause of what's causing their acne. And she created an acne starter guide on how to identify some of the biggest triggers that might be causing your acne. She goes over pore clogging ingredients. She also goes over major food groups or foods in general that can cause disruption in your gut, which can then lead to acne. She has a whole process. And it's really cool because she goes through basically the first thing you need to know in what causes acne, that really she's educating her reader or her buyer that acne is so much more than just what you put on your face. It's also internally triggered. So that's one example. Another example is I have a photographer and also a dear friend of mine created a guide on exactly how to shoot in direct lighting. It's a very specific thing in the whole realm of photography, whether it's portrait studio photography or there's so many different types of, and I'm not a photographer, so I can't even name them all, but she honed in on one area that she felt skilled in, and she created a killer guide and has helped so many other photographers get better at their direct light photography and shooting outdoors during the highest times of the day where the sun is at its brightest point. Another example is I've had several moms and at-home cooks go through my programs, and they've created recipe guides, sourdough starter kits, and so many more really cool resources on how to eat healthy and also just cook for your family in general. And that is a huge niche that you may think is like overdone, but I'm telling you, there's people who are always looking for simplified recipes, ways that they can make things at home that are delicious, maybe save some money in the process. That's another example of a great digital product. So again, we're looking at starter guides, we're looking at cheat sheets. You could even create a template, workout templates, nutrition templates that you can plug your own macros into. There's so many ways to do a basic digital product. And this is what I walk you through actually inside my starter kit, like actually how to figure out the idea and like what it actually is going to be titled and who you're actually going to sell it to. Because that's the biggest thing, is understanding that creating a digital product and knowing like what it can make in terms of like financially, what is the income you can actually make with a digital product, is knowing that you have to specifically target it to a specific buyer. What is their main problem? What's the main solution that you're solving for them? What is the outcome that you're giving them through your digital offer? What are they going to get by the end? If you buy my starter kit, by the end, you're literally going to have created a digital product from start to finish, not only just created it, but designed it, set up your sales system for it, and launched it in 14 days. Like, that's crazy. So that is literally the outcome that I promise when you go through my starter kit and actually apply it. But it's asking yourself, okay, if I want to create my own digital product, how does that look for me in my specific niche? Because what is the earning potential when it comes to a digital product? I mean, it's really unlimited. I've had students who have come in and they've made $1,200 in their first few days. I've had students come in, make $10,000 in a month. I've had students come in, make $4,000 in 3 days. I've seen so many cool and amazing and also crazy results. And it really just comes down to like knowing who your target audience is, like who are you actually serving? And that also will come down to like, what is the skill set? So I talk about putting your skill set, your skills into a digital product. Well, this is really important because you don't want to just create something that's not actually valuable. You don't want to, we're not here to fake it till we make it when it comes to digital products. We want to actually be able to tell someone how to do something. So think about your experience. What's your skill set? Are you really great at organizing? I have another student and client actually of mine who she went through one of my programs, and she's like highly organizational. She has skills that I do not have. And she can help you basically organize your entire family, your entire life, your entire business using Asana. And she created something that basically helps her high achieving, high performing CEO clients who are also moms organize their life so they can have a little bit more work-life balance, so they can, spend more time with their family, but also like not sacrifice their income goals. That's a highly profitable skill set to have, to be able to help people make more money, save less, like waste less time, save more time. That's chef's kiss. So like, think about what your skill set is. Are you a personal trainer by certification? Are you someone who specifically helps women, lose fat without having to go on restricted diets? Are you someone who you personally have just really learned how to, because you have multiple kids and you've really learned how to parent them. You've learned how to, manage different personalities and like garner and like kind of like foster independent play with them. I have another client of mine who I worked with who she created a lot of different guides to help foster independent play with your kids. And it's so genius because as a mom of a 2-year-old, I know that that is something that is so valuable when your littles will play by themselves. So you can make dinner, clean up the kitchen, get something done real quick, hop on a quick phone call. That is a really important part of their development too, right? So what are the skills that you already currently have? You don't need to go and find new skills. You don't need to, make something up. If you need to, because you're like, I don't really have a ton of skills, that's something you could do. You could go learn how to do Pinterest, spend 60 days, master, learn everything inside and out of Pinterest, everything that people want to know about it. Learn about the keywords, learn about how to create pins, learn about how to get traffic from Pinterest to a landing page, how to make sales with Pinterest. You could literally go and learn it for like 60 to 90 days and then turn around and say, I'm going to put a little guide together for this. I'm going to show other people who are business owners how to use Pinterest to grow their business, right? Like, you can go and learn a new skill. I mean, we live in 2024, and in this day and age, you could go learn a new skill by taking a class just about anywhere. But I would start with what you already know. What do you already have experience with? Because that's going to help you with, credibility. That's going to help you with talking about like the wins that you can help someone have. Super important. Okay. So let's talk about how to get clear on who you're going to serve with your digital product. So this is something that like, even in the wellness brand that I am creating, I had to think really specifically, like, who am I selling to? Who really is my person? And it's like, think about who actually needs what you're selling. Who needs it? Where are they already looking for a solution that's similar to what you're going to offer? It's not just about saying I have something really great to sell. It's about knowing that there's people out there who actually want to buy it. And that's the biggest thing. Like that's the biggest thing that I don't want you to go through, is go and create something and then you realize, well, no one actually wanted that for me. So I kind of wasted my time. Who actually needs it, and how specifically are you helping them? This is another thing too. I've had a couple students come to me and they say they want to create, mini guides or journals or workbooks to help you have less overwhelm. And that's just not specific enough. That's not messaging that is going to make you money. It's just not going to help people. Everyone's overwhelmed. But what are they overwhelmed with? Are they overwhelmed with parenting? Are they overwhelmed with their finances? Are they overwhelmed with how to make healthy choices? Are they overwhelmed with managing their home? Are they overwhelmed how to post on social media? Like, there's lots of different sources of overwhelm. So you have to get more laser focused on that. Like, how specifically are you helping someone with that problem? And then how are they going to pay you? Are they going to pay you? Or do they have the means to pay you? You don't want to like target a demographic or an audience of people who have no interest in buying something like that, like high schoolers or, college students who maybe are like, I'm broke as a joke. I'm not going to buy that from you, right? So like think about what actually makes sense for you when you go and define your niche. And this is where a lot of people are like, do I need to niche, Erica? And the answer to this is heck yes. Heck yes, you need to niche. You need to niche. Stop listening to TikTok. Stop listening to the people who tell you that just be yourself. I'm sorry, but being yourself is not enough to make a brand. It's not enough to make a profitable business unless you are Alex Earl, unless you are someone who's really, really living quite a unique life, or you're really good at sharing parts of yourself. But also, like, that just because you do that doesn't mean that you're going to be able to sell product, doesn't mean that you're going to be able to have a profitable business. So like, think about how that lines up. And, I think this is where it comes down to messaging, right? Like, your messaging has to be so dialed in order for you to communicate with people what it is that you're selling and how it's going to change their life. Because there's so much. I don't know about you, but I go on my explore page and I'm like, oh my gosh. I go in there because I'm looking for trending audios. And I'm on here and I'm like, okay, let's see. Like, I'll just literally pop up my page right now. I'm on trending. I'm on the explore page. Just go to your explore page real quick. Just look what's on there. I mean, I have a really cute explore page. It's a lot of fashion. It's a lot of mom stuff, pregnancy, like, because that's like what I'm looking at. But I like try to find trending audio. So like a lot of different things pop up and I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool. It's so overwhelming. There's so many people selling you stuff. There's so much happening. And how do you stand out in that? How do you make yourself different from everyone else? It's going to be your messaging. Imagery is important too, because we have you're on an aesthetic platform, Instagram. Like, is a degree where like people want things to look a certain way. So cute. I've just pulled up a reel and it just started like talking to me. But I'm like on here, I'm like, there's a lot going on. How am I going to stand out? I need to speak exactly to my person. I need to speak exactly her language, what she's struggling with. So really understand that messaging is going to be a huge part of your success when it comes to creating digital products that are successful. So think about, how are you going to talk about the benefits that it provides, your offer, the experience that you have that makes you credible to teach this thing. Maybe even some case studies, some students, some testimonials, the messaging of like the problem and the solution. I always talk about this with my students. I call it the struggle solution scenario, or struggle solution sold scenario. And that is, everyone has a struggle. You have a solution. Something is going to make them say, sold, sign me up, take my money. Something's going to make them say that. What is it? And then like, do that rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. You're talking about struggle, solution, struggle, solution. And it's not that we're always like agitating the problem and only talking about like, are you feeling down in the dumps and your husband left you and now you have to navigate, it's like, that's not what we're saying. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is like, people are typically thinking about getting out of their problems more than they're thinking about like the other option, which is like a desired reality. So how can you meet them where they're at? You can also pull them out of that place and say, come on, like, we can go somewhere better than this. You don't have to stay here. But you also have to just meet people where they're at. And that's like the messaging around like how they feel right now. What's hard right now? What are they struggling with right now? That's real. If you just like glaze over that, it just feels a little fluffy. So be willing to like go there for your people. And then setting yourself up for success actually with your offer. So there's a couple things when it comes to digital products. And like when I talk about people making real money with digital products, okay, how is that actually done? It's done with a combination, a good offer, good messaging / marketing, and then a system that's in place that helps you get your product into the hands of your customer without you having to be there for the exchange. That is what we call passive income. And it's my favorite thing because I love being able to look at my phone and say, oh my gosh, new people just signed up for something. I'm going to look at my phone right now. Like new people, I just had 1, 2, 3, 4 people on this while I'm on here right now, buy one of my offers, and I literally just am chilling here with you talking. Like, that's really freaking cool, but it's only because of my system that that happened. Everything else beforehand, yes, for sure. But the system is what like pulls the trigger. Okay. So when I say system, so just some way that you're going to actually like deliver the product. So you're going to deliver the product with, I personally love a platform. It's called Stan. I'll actually put a link in the show notes for you, and you can try it out for 14 days for free. Like, literally such a cool platform. I actually know the one of the founders, like really great, solid guy who has created a platform that honestly I think didn't really exist before this, because like before I discovered it, because I think everything has just always been super complicated in the online space. Like, I just think like there's so many different platforms that are charging so much money for basic things that Stan is actually giving you for like a fraction of the price. So Stan, try it out for 14 days. On there, you can sell your digital products. You can build your email list. You can send emails out. If you get the Creator Pro account, you can create funnels. That's stuff that I teach like inside of my programs and stuff. It's a little bit next level that helps you like stack offers on top of each other, but you don't even need that in order to get started. Like, you can just create a simple page, and if, as long as the messaging is good, as long as you like have the title, you know who it's for, you know what the outcome is of your offer. Even inside my starter kit, I honestly go through like, I go through exactly how to write your sales page, because I think that's a huge piece where people are like, they're hyping their product up, and people like get there and they're like, what is this? Like, what am I buying? So you have to be able to communicate it well, but you need a sales system. Okay. And so that part of that is your landing page, where people are going to click to go ahead and buy. And then I think the next thing is also just having your marketing dialed in. So how do people get there? How do people get to your actual offer? I use Instagram every single day to promote my offers, to talk about my offers, to talk about what it is that I'm selling. And I love Instagram because 99% of my content on there, I'm experimenting with ads right now, but for the most part, everything is just free organic content. And through my reels and a service called ManyChat, which if you haven't listened to the episode back that I did with Natasha Willis, I'll make sure we link that too in the show notes. She is ManyChat queen. She owns the agency School of Bots, and they're freaking fire. And we did a whole episode just on ManyChat itself. So I will make sure that you can go and listen to that episode. But what I want to tell you is that ManyChat with Instagram, with Stan Store, boom, 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 that's your system. And that's exactly what mine looks like. There's a couple other steps. There's definitely some more advanced things in the back end, but that's the basics of it. And so that's what you need to have set up in order for you to make those passive income sales. Wake up and your phone is dinging because people have purchased from you. So I am like so excited to hear from you. Please come over to my Instagram and like send me a message if you're thinking about creating your own digital products. Send me a message. Even if you have an idea for a digital product, I can like direct you to my ultimate starter kit. It's my passive product starter kit. I'll even link that as well inside of the show notes. And I'm going to give our listeners here, if you're listening to this, you're going to get a special discount just on the starter kit, because honestly, like, it's really important information that every single person who wants to monetize their Instagram with digital products needs to know. And it's, inside my digital product, or inside of the starter kit for you to create your digital products, I even teach you how to use ChatGPT to get ideas, to outline it. I teach you exactly how to do some keyword research to really figure out like, what are people looking for already? What am I going to title this thing? I have so many little tidbits like that, like a Canva tutorial, so many things that walks you through the step-by-step. But digital products, if you are wanting to create an additional 6 figures of revenue inside of your already pre-existing brand and online business, I would encourage you to start with a digital product, because digital products are such a great way for you to do very little work in retrospect and have a really great return, truly. And also, it's a great introductory. So if you have other things like you're selling services, you're selling personal training, you're selling other things, it's a great lead in, because not everyone's ready to buy from you at your highest price point. Maybe they want like to like a little taster, you know what I'm saying? So digital products, there's my plug. I hope this inspired you to take action, because I will tell you that in 2023, I started my digital product journey. I created my first digital products, and that was in July of 2023. In my first month, I did $9,633 in sales from a $67 digital product. And then later that month, I launched a $47 product. And those two things together changed everything. That was like the game changer for me, the gateway drug in a way of me being able to like see how much more I could leverage my time, my experience, my skill set, and turn it into a really viable income stream while also helping a lot of people. So go get started. Don't sit on this idea. Go and make it happen. It is so worth it. What I want you to take away from this episode is that the sooner you're able to get super, super clear on who it is that you serve, how you serve them, and what specifically your audience wants from you, your brand will be truly unstoppable. I hope this episode has you feeling inspired, organized, prepared, and motivated to make your digital offer a reality this year. When you put measures in place to achieve your goals, you'll truly become unstoppable. I have all the faith in the world that you are capable of setting yourself up for success this year with an amazing digital product offer. For a step-by-step guide of what you need to do to make your digital product business a reality this year, download the Passive Product Starter Kit. It has everything you need to create and launch your own digital product in 14 days. Head to trustissuespodcast.co/starter kit, which will also be linked in the show notes and the episode description. That's trustissuespodcast.co/starter kit to download and get started today. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Trust Issues Podcast. I'll see you next time.